1, 2, and now 3. What's up? I feel like it's gotten to the stage where my goals and aspirations aren't as clear as I'd like them to be for you guys. So I thought today we'd go ahead and explain and update you guys on every single one of my 3 cars. Why do I have 3 cars? Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Actually, no, let's go over to this car. So if you guys have been keeping up to date with my channel, you've seen that this car has been completely fixed up. We've replaced the water pump, what else have we replaced? We replaced both knock sensors because they were both faulty and it's all ready to go. The engine bay is currently looking very clean. There's no real big problems with it at all. The only really big issue is this coolant overflow tank, but I mean, it works. And you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there's one last thing that we gotta do to make this Camry a proper grandpa spec Camry. Yeah, baby. Gotta go down to Woolies.
We gotta get down to Woolies.
Yeet, yeet.
Why the fuck tissue boxes in the back window of Camrys all the time?
Now, the Grandpa Camry is complete. So all the jokes aside, we have some serious stuff to talk about, as you can see by the title. The Camry. The Camry. So for some of you, this might be a huge surprise, but for others, I'm sure you guys know what I've been planning all along. I mean, I've been hinting this, all the OG subscribers will know that I've been hinting at this for a very long time. Guys, if you can't guess it now, I'll give you some time. I'll give you some time. If you can't get this now, then you haven't been following the channel. All right, hang on. I'll make it a little bit more obvious. Doing this with one hand sucks. I'm gonna do some hand gestures for you. All right, you ready for this? We are engine swapping the MR2. Yes, that's right. We're putting this 3-liter V6 engine inside the MR2. Now, like I said, to some of you that might be a crazy surprise and you might be not satisfied with this path that I'm taking, but it's been the plan all along. A lot of you have picked up on this, but a lot of you haven't. I mean, come on, it's super obvious. So some of you might have thought that the Camry purchase was just a random purchase, me buying a car and then fixing it up and then maybe doing it up and stuff, but I bought this car with intentions. I bought this car to put the engine in the MR2. Now, for those who don't know, 3VZFE swaps are a very common swap for the MR2. A lot of people do this, particularly in the UK. People put V6 engines in MR2s all the time. Guys, it's going to be crazy. So excited. Oh. Anyway, I guess I'll explain to you why I chose the 3VZFE over the other options, the other variants. You can also pick the 1MZFE, the 2GRFE, and various other V6 engines or whatever, but these are the common swaps. So the 3VZFE is a great swap and a good idea for swapping into the MR2 because it is a cast iron block. And for those who don't know what that means, it pretty much means... But because it's a cast iron block and because it has a low compression, people often turbo these engines, and people actually often turbo these engines in MR2s. A surprising thing is, if you look up 3VZFE, Camrys don't really tend to pop up. It's MR2s that tend to pop up because it's that much of a common swap. I know some of you are going to be like, oh Rex, why don't you just put a turbo engine in the MR2, like a 3S GTE, and just like keep it simple, or buy another turbo MR2 and then go with that. That's an effort. That's boring. Doesn't include me putting an engine into another car. I'm just gonna give you a sneak peek because I've got some boxes here that I've bought. Yeah, guys, we've prepped up some stuff. I'm not gonna. Anyway, we'll unbox that in a later video. Where was I? Look, a very common term in the car enthusiast industry. Oh, I worded that incredibly bad. But a lot of people say this: there's no replacement for displacement. And this is a 3-litre V6 we're talking about compared to a 4-cylinder. So I don't know the exact power output that this car does, but I have seen it dyno at around 140, 150 kilowatts. I don't know, that's probably over exaggerating it. Just with like to the wheels, just with like a flywheel mod, like a lightened flywheel and just a shorter exhaust. So that's very respectable. And obviously it just puts out way more torque than that engine. Here's our puny little 3SGE. I mean, it does the job, great engine, but it leaks everywhere. It's just not as reliable. I mean, we're talking about a Camry engine. This thing's never gonna dine you. It's probably gonna outlive me. It's probably already outlived its owners. So now I'm sure many of you guys have questions and are probably like, oh, why are you doing this swap? Honestly, I've been looking to do this swap since I got the MR2, and that's not saying that the MR2 has a slow engine or it's bad at all. I've just always wanted like that torque that the V6 has. This engine is great, however, it lacks those torque figures down low, like you put your foot down when it's, you know, 2,000-3,000 RPM and the car doesn't move at all. Whereas this car on the other hand, because it's got those 2 extra cylinders, it is way more torquey. It's so torquey in fact that if you just put your foot down lightly, the wheels spin, and that's insane. Obviously, you know, the tires are absolute shit, but it's pretty crazy that happens. That doesn't happen in the other Camry over there, probably because it's 4-speed. Yeah, look, I'm not dissing the 3SGE, I'm just saying that it doesn't have the 2 extra cylinders that, of course, this engine has. And look at the size difference. Why am I using my hands? So like I said, this is a very common swap for the MR2. A lot of people put 3 VZFEs in them. They put 1 MZFEs, 2 GRs. So there's plenty of support online showing me how to do it, because I'm gonna do this all myself, mind you, in my very own garage over here. That's gonna be a learning process. However, luckily I have already been in contact with Paul Woods. He's the owner of Wood Sport in the UK. He's been helping me out significantly with like getting parts, getting ready for the engine swap. He's also sent me out an engine mount for the MR2 for the engine swap, and he's gonna be helping me out with everything. We're talking like wiring, you know, we're talking about pulling the engine, not physically, but over text, because obviously it's in the UK. Guys, I'm telling you, this is gonna be crazy. Unfortunately, the Camry's going, but the engine's staying. Now, what I think is really cool about this whole engine swap is that a lot of you guys have been here for this Camry, this white Camry, and some of you are now back because of this red Camry over here. To me, it's pretty obvious that you guys love Camrys because they're common cars. A lot of you have them. They're great cars, especially the V6s. And I think the coolest thing about this swap is we're not entirely getting rid of the Camry. We're keeping this Camry's heart and we are putting it in the MR2. And I think that's just, it's poetic. It was inevitable. I'm just a Camry man at heart. Got 2 Camrys. Ah, boy. But guys, be hyped because I'm going to be documenting everything to do with putting this engine in the MR2. I know some people actually have MR2s and want to do this swap, but they don't know how to. We're going to try fix that by showing you guys and documenting everything that I do to get this engine in the MR2. It's going to be a lot of work, but a lot of content, but we will push through and hopefully you guys get a very good grasp of everything. I don't know, but yeah, I'm super excited. So, enough about these 2 little gems. Let's talk about my white Camry over here. Quick update, nothing's going to be changing with this car at the moment. This is just a perfect daily for me right now. Like, it handles well, it performs well, it's an automatic, so I can just drive this car in traffic and not even need to worry about it at all. The Camry has been and always will be on this channel, hopefully, fingers crossed, because it is my first car and I do want to do things crazy to it. But right now, as is, because I've got the MR2 and I'm doing the engine swap over there, we need a reliable daily, and this car is the most reliable car, arguably, on planet Earth. Does need a good wash though. Since that last video of me washing it, I have not washed the car since, and it's still holding up pretty well because I did a good wash. We still need to fix up these badges over here, clean this all up, all this shit up. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. I think I've talked too much in this video already, but I'm going to explain to you guys in another video why I chose to pick this engine over every other engine available for this MR2 swap. There are a number of reasons, but we'll save that for another video. If you guessed this, if you knew this was going to happen before I even, made this video, then I want you to go down in the comments below and be like, yes, I did. Then I will know how many people actually see through the camera, see through YouTube, see through me, and guess this. So there you go, guys. That was the idea, and now we're going to implement it. Chuck you up here again. So if you guys knew that this was gonna happen, comment down below. Yes, I did. Stay tuned because we aren't entirely getting rid of the Camry, but we kind of are. That's why the title is the title. I'm super excited for this, of course. And with everything said, I will catch you guys in the next one.